Hi everybody, it's Ramona, welcome back. And I'm doing something a little bit different today. I've never done this before, but I am going to cook with you, for you. When I was in Italy, my favorite dish I had there was called Cacio e Pepe. And all it is, it's a very simple dish dressed with olive oil, pepper, and cheese, and that's it. So far I have just boiled the pasta water, salted water, and I've put my spaghetti down in there as well. And then in this pan here, I'm just warming. And so again, let me say, so all you need is good quality olive oil. This is what I bought back from Italy. Extra virgin olive oil, good quality. Some peppercorns. If you're very gung-ho about it, you could use a mortar and pestle like they do there and grind it, but we're just gonna use a pepper grinder, but make sure it's not on a fine grind. You really want some bite to this pepper, so don't have it kind of like a medium grind. And some fresh pecorino romano, which I've already grated, and I have some set aside for the top, and of course some decent pasta. I usually use Barilla, or Barilla, I guess it's Barilla. And the reason I say that is because some time ago, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, I used like some cheap store brand pasta, and it was disgusting. It stuck and it was horrible. So get some decent pasta. And Barilla is a good brand. And there's another one that I'm thinking of, but I can't think of. And you're also going to just need a little measuring cup or something to dip a little bit of the pasta water out. So, like I said, so when I was in Italy, I'm going to pour some olive oil into the pan, and we just want to warm it through. We're not trying to boil it or do anything, but you need, oh, there's a stopper on here, so it's going to go slow. That's okay. So the 9 days I was in Italy, between all the lunches and dinners that we had, I ate this 3 times. It was so good. And like I said, it's a very simple dish. As is the pizza in Italy as well. It's not loaded down with tons of veggies and tons of meat, mushrooms, olives, pepperoni, salami, sausage, whatever. It's simple, like when you go to the pizza shop, and there's pizza shops on every corner, and their pizzas are kind of long and oblong, and so it's in the case. I posted pictures of it online. And I'm going to break here for a minute. Lots of pepper, okay? And like I said, you don't want it too fine. You can certainly grind, pound it out yourself if you feel so inclined. Let me just give that a twirl around. See, I think I need some more olive oil is what I think I need. A little more olive oil. And I'm just using what I have. This is a pepper blend of, white, pink, green, and black peppercorns. I'm sure the authentic one is just using black peppercorns, but that's what I had. So anyway, when you go to the pizza shop there, it's in a case, and they're kind of long and oblong, and they ask you how much you want. They cut off how much you want, and they put it on a scale, and that's how you pay for it. You pay it by the ounce, or by the gram in Europe. And their pizza is very simple. Like, it might just have onions on it, or it might have mushrooms on it, or there was one with thinly sliced potatoes on it, or just olives. Very simple, we just overdo things here, eh? So anyway, and so then they cut off the piece that you want, and they wrap it in like wax paper, and then you walk down the street eating your pizza. Now, the funny thing is, or I found unusual, is that's almost done. Oops. Okay, I need to turn this up a little bit. If you want to sit and eat pizza, that's extra. And you can't buy the little slices of pizza when you sit to eat. You have to order a whole pizza to share with a friend or whatever. Same in the morning, all the Italians are standing up at coffee bars, and they stand up, have their espresso, and not a croissant, but they have these other little pastries there. And they just have their espresso, their pastry, and off they go again. And Nutella is huge there. It's like peanut butter to us. But so if you want to sit though and have a coffee and a pastry, that might be, so a stand-up coffee and a pastry might be, you know, €2 or €1.50. But if you want to sit, it might be €3 or €4 because that's just the way it is. But anyway, so this was one of my favorite dishes. I ate it, like I said, 3 times. Simple, easy, and when my the friends I went with went to the private cooking class that I missed because I was sick, this is one of the things they made. And so I'm going to hopefully try to recreate it. It's so easy. Like I said, just the pasta is going, your warmed olive oil, lots of fresh cracked pepper. I'm just going to see if that's warm. Yep, it is. Okay, I'm going to turn it up now a little bit because now to make this sauce, the pasta is done. We have to put a little bit of the pasta water in with the olive oil and pepper. And then the pasta is going to go in there as well. And then we add the cheese and we're done. And that's it. So I'm just going to wait for that to warm up a little bit faster. I have some rosé wine here. Usually I'm a red wine drinker, but when I went to Italy, I really got into rosé and I'm really kind of enjoying it. It's not, you know, red wine, which I love. It can be heavy or, you know, give you a little bit of a headache, but I'm just finding the rosé is just a little bit lighter, and I'm liking it. So, I guess we're just gonna bring this up a little bit higher to a bubble. I'll have a sip while we're waiting. I just really enjoyed Rome so much. The people, the food, the walking, I mean, everything, it's so accessible. The subway is so easy to get around in. I mean, oh, I just loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Okay, so I think we're going to take out some of this pasta water and just reserve it. And in case after you add the cheese, if it gets too thick, then you add a little pasta water. Let me take out a little bit more just in case. Because I don't really know. This is the first time I've made this, so we're kind of winging it here. Just kind of winging it. And I can see that the olive oil is starting to bubble a little bit. You don't want it to get too hot because the pepper will burn, and you don't want your pepper to burn. Okay, so I'm going to then now take out the pasta, and this is how they do it. They didn't, and I might have actually now put too much olive oil in there, but that's okay. Okay, actually I'm going to turn that heat off actually. Okay. And let's see what happens here when I add the cheese. I don't think I put enough pepper in there. Just by looking at it, there was lots of pepper in the ones in Italy. So after the fact, I don't know if it matters or not, but I'm going to add a little more pepper. And I'm going to, can you see still? Yep, sorry. Okay, and then I'm going to add some cheese. And this is where sometimes it might get thick, and they said to add the pasta water now if it gets too thick. And definitely you can see I do have a little bit of too much olive oil in there, but it was my first time, so we're just gonna pretend it's perfect. Smells good with that cheese. I have a left little left over for, and we'll add some of this pasta water. Okay, and when you add the water, I can see that it's not really going to make a sauce per se, but it just kind of thickens it up a little bit. And let's see what happens here when I get a little bit more heat going. But for my first try at Cacio, it's called Cacio e Pepe, cheese and pepper. And I still think I need to add more pepper because there was a lot of pepper that I could see when I had the dish over there at different places. Okay, there. We're gonna keep it at that. Okay guys, I think that looks pretty close to what I had over there. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but it's a simple dish, so it shouldn't be too far off the mark. I'm gonna turn the heat down, put it in a little bowl. They probably would twirl it and do something fancy-dancy, but we don't do fancy-dancy. A little bit of cheese. And that's it. That is my version of Cacio e Pepe, direct from Rome, Italy. So try it out yourself. There's lots of YouTube videos. It was super easy. You saw how long it took me to do it. Easy peasy. And it is super duper good. So try it. I think you'll like it. And don't forget your wine. Bye.